Now I want to help you take it a step further and implement something in your life that we call the 5 S's. And the 5 S's are highlighted in our next video called What Are the 5 S's? And I do the little S on the end because something I used to not be good at is public speaking, because I used to be self-conscious of my lisp. But guess what? Nobody cares, and neither do I, because it's a new skill that I have talking to you, thanks to these principles called the 5 S's. Catch you on the other side. Watch that video, and if you want to learn how to do aggressive water chugs, rewind this video, put it in slow-mo, and hit start.
What's up, FNG Nation? It's your fancy new guy here, Greg Serio. So this lesson today, we're going to teach you what is a process and how do you improve a process. It's pretty simple. It's a tool that you can use to be successful, and it's called the 5 S's. These 5 S's are a tool that you can use to improve any process, but first I think you need to understand what is a process. It's something that starts, you do some stuff, and then it finishes. So it's everything you do on a day-to-day basis, process of getting ready, the process of getting to work. All of these things that you do is a process. So how do you identify which process to improve? A process improvement is pretty simple, and you identify it based on the processes you're having problems with. A major problem that I have is getting ready in the morning and finding the right socks. I used to spend 37 minutes just trying to match my socks because I had so many of them. So I used the 5 S's to eliminate all my waste, find the most valuable socks, which are my Deadpool socks, and I paired them all together and got rid of the rest, and then bought more Deadpool socks. So I'm going to give you a deep dive into why I did that. Now that I bought 20 pairs of Deadpool socks, and guess who doesn't have to spend time matching them up? This guy. Because they're already ready to go, they all look the same, and it makes me happy. I keep saying these 5 S's, and what are the 5 S's? That first one is sort. You sort out the stuff of low value. Remember that lesson, what is value? So what wasn't of value to me was all of my non-Deadpool socks. All of them. I had to sort them out of the equation so they're not even a problem for me anymore. And then once I got rid of all those non-Deadpool socks of low value, I got to set what was left in order. And what was left was just my Deadpool socks. And it turns out I only had 3 pairs, and that made me sad. But either way, those 3 pairs get me by for 3 days, and it saves me at least 36 minutes in the morning by not having to find 37 million pairs of non-Deadpool socks. Which leads me to our third S, shine. What does that mean? Because it took me a long time to sort and set in order these problems I was having. So why wouldn't I just keep them clean? Because now when these things pop out of the dryer, I can match them up super fast and keep my mess clean. So I don't have to keep cleaning them every day and waste my time. So what's our 4th S, you ask? That's right, it's standardize. And what does that mean? Standardizing something allows you to repeat the process easily again and again. So think about standardizing the socks that I have in my sock drawer. I had 3 pair of Deadpool socks, which gets me by for 3 days, so I need to buy new socks because I got rid of all my old ones. So am I going to go to the store and buy non-Deadpool socks again, knowing that was the problem? No. I'm going to standardize it to one kind of sock, Deadpool. And the 5th and final S is sustain. So what I mean by sustain is you're sustaining continuous improvement. And how do you do that? It's very, very easy. You go back to the first S and you go back to the process you improved and you sort it out all over again, because when you sort it out this time, you're gonna make a better process each time. Continuous improvement is something that happens over a long period of time, and when you repeat how you do things, you get better at it. It's pretty simple. So the 5th S, all you need to do is just go back to your first S. Because, do you remember the telegraph? Probably not, because you weren't born. But at one point in time, everyone communicated through like little beepy noises. And that was a continuous improvement from someone throwing smoke signals up. Do you use a cell phone or a rotary dial phone? We didn't just stop continually improving once we improved the process once. We kept going. So the lesson today is, what is a process and how do you improve that process? That's called the 5 S's. Sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. And that's how you always improve, and that is why I always get ready in the morning super fast, because I sorted out my sock drawer with Deadpool socks. So now that you got a little bit more understanding of what a process is, how to improve it, and what these 5 S's are, just know these manufacturing principles, they're not just for manufacturing and manufacturers. This is a lifestyle change that you can do using manufacturing techniques to manufacture your future in a better direction. So think about these 5 S's and think about how valuable things are to you while you develop these awesome skills. And you can keep developing these skills by going to FancyNewGuy.com, subscribing on our YouTube channel for more lessons. Watch all of our content on FancyNewGuy.com to see what lessons are waiting for you. How do the 5 S's impact you after you go through these lessons? Are you getting ready faster in the morning? Are you having better time at work just because you're doing something for yourself by improving? FancyNewGuy.com, where you can find up-to-date information, fresh new content, and awesome lessons by yours truly, the Fancy New Guy, Greg Serio. I told them FancyNewGuy.com, where they're gonna see me, the Fancy New Guy, and Plantosaurus. Thanks for joining us today, and I hope you learned something awesome and go improve your life today at FancyNewGuy.com. Did I say FancyNewGuy.com? I think I did say FancyNewGuy.com. Did I? Wait, no. Did I say FancyNewGuy.com? Of course I did.
And we're back. What'd you think of the 5 S's? Pretty cool, huh? Little technique, because those things that are monitored are improved. And when you're monitoring the continuous improvement of your life, it's pretty important to have a process. The 5 S's are a simple process to continue developing your skill set. Very simple, very basic, anyone can do it and apply it in any one direction. And I'm here to walk you through that step. As your fancy new guy, you are going to be that new person on the shop floor or cubicles or bay or wherever you end up working. You're going to be the new person at work. You're going to be the FNG. Doing these techniques, the more you do it, you can do it faster and identify ways to add value to the workplace. Because the higher your value usually correlates to your pay. Now, the first S of these 5 S's is sort. We're going to spend a lot of time on sort because we got to sort this out right now. We have to sort out your life, your process, your thing that you want to improve. In this case, it's your skills. Now, I had you do that whole process of what are you good at? What's marketable? What's someone going to pay for? And how do you add value with that skill? Think about that skill, because in the world of entrepreneurship, there's this phrase that says, double down on your strengths, outsource your weaknesses. That's why I had you look at what you're already good at, because it's going to be so much easier for you to improve that. Now let's talk about the skill that you picked. By sorting out the things around you, how can you fine-tune that skill? Do you need more training? Do you need more time? Think about these things. You're sorting this out right now. So for me, I'll use an example. Sorting out making these videos. We had to sort out the best message. We've performed this a million times, but yet we still sort it out. Why? Because we want to be the best that we can be, and if we're competing against ourselves, we're always continually improving. So in the land of sorting things out, let's just make it simple. Sort out your sock drawer. Just go through, pull out the socks out of there, what's not matched. Or maybe you're really good at matching because you're naturally organized. What if you sorted out your entire way you get ready in the morning? Think about that one, just a basic skill of your morning routine. Sort it out. How many times you walk in and out of your bathroom? Those are extra steps. And all those extra steps equal extra time. Sorting things out can really help you out long run, because if you know what's good and what's not, it really helps you fine-tune what's good. So let's look at your list of marketable skills of value to somebody. Because the next S is called set in order. Remember, I had your list, good, bad, things you're good at, things you're not good at. All right, the things you're good at, we're gonna set that list in order. For me, we know aggressive water chugging is something I'm good at, but if we're setting things in order of importance, that'll be on the bottom of the list, or top, depending on how I'm sorting this out. If I'm entering an aggressive water chugging contest, that would be pretty high on my priority list, but I'm not, so it's gonna be down here on my list of things I'm good at. The other things I'm good at is talking to you on camera. That's pretty high on my priority list to continue to get better at because I make a living from it, right? It's kind of the point of setting things in order. This is the order of importance of things that add value to your life. Setting things in order the night before, when I wake up in the morning the next day, it saved me 15 minutes because I thought to set it in order after I sorted it out. Now, when I did it 2 weeks in a row every single night, that leads me to my third S, shine. Because when you shine, I worked so hard to get that extra time back in the morning, to stay organized enough to set in order my things the night before. Why would I go back the way I was doing things knowing how much more time I just made for myself? I established a new habit or a new skill. A skill is essentially a habit that you're just going to repeat over and over and over. It's just establishing good habits in succession and combining your good habits together to fine-tune a skill. Whether you're an artist, your paintings get better over time, or if you're a machinist, your parts get better over time. The more you learn, the more tricks, tips, techniques. These are things learned over time. And you do that because you spend a lot of time being conscious of sorting them out, setting them in order, keep it clean, shine. After you've shined them and kept them clean, think about your job. Remember what I told you about keeping clean as a skill. You're organized. List that as a skill, but you're that new person on the job. And it makes everyone's life easier when you keep things organized the way it's supposed to be, right? It adds value to the people around you by keeping it organized. Rather than taking a tool out of the drawer, not telling anyone about it, and then someone goes to use that tool and where did it go? That goes back to your level of honesty. You have to be supervised at that point, remember? So keeping things clean and organized after you set it in order is the way to go because it really sets you up for success for that fourth S. Standardize. Standardizing things can mean a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, it's about consistency. Consistently and standard. So if you think about maybe tools on a job site, think about that. Would a contractor really buy 5 different brands of cordless drills, knowing that the batteries can't be used by all the other employees? A Milwaukee battery, a DeWalt battery, a Bosch battery. Would they go to Lowe's and Home Depot to buy tools? No, because no one can use those. They're not standard. It makes more sense to maybe take all your money and spend it in one spot to outfit all of your employees with the same tools, because they're standard. If one battery goes dead, the coworker can share. Standardized. The other thought process that I have towards standardization is standardizing the way I think. These 5 S's are generally how I think. I standardized a certain part of my life to run it through my value system, so I can quickly realize when I'm doing something silly or not smart. I don't like using the other S word because we're all about empowerment here. But if you think about it, I didn't do things very smart at one point, and I wasn't aware to it. So I standardized my thought process to avoid silly mistakes, another S word that's just fun to say, silly smart, because I don't think anyone's dumb. I just think we make not smart decisions. So by standardizing my thought process, I avoided a lot of mistakes. There's mistakes that are unavoidable, and you learn through mistakes, but the standard thought process on how I approach any kind of work that I do really helped pay off, because here we are teaching you about it. We want you to standardize the way you think about things because it's going to really help you out day to day. Also, if you think about standardizing your sock drawer or standardizing the way you purchase your groceries, why would you go to different stores when you could control the cost? Why would you go to Publix and Walmart? Pick one. Or make it value adding for what you get there. Apply that standard thought process to standardized areas of your life and watch it improve. And then take it a step further. The fifth S is sustain. You need to sustain all the work you just did, because it's hard work improving something. Trust me, we know. Those unavoidable mistakes, etc., that you learn from, the failures that you learn from, it's all part of the process in fine-tuning your skill set, your value-adding skill set. So when you think about the sustain part, I'm going to make it really, really easy for you. The sustain, just go back to the first S of sort, and then do it all over again. And then you're going to see that problems you used to have are gone, and with them became new problems that you're facing because you thought to level up. Every level has different challenges, and you going through those challenges is how you get better. The 5 S's are just a technique I use to make it through all my challenges. Those challenging moments where you just need to pause, take a second, take a break, run it through the 5 S's first before you make an irrational decision or a reactionary decision. If you're not sure, maybe you should just take a pause and think about it. If you're not sure about your career, if you're not sure about the skill sets that you want, take a break, run through the 5 S's, and just keep doing it until it's a perspective that you feel you can move forward with. Flip your perspective until it works. Trust me, it works. You might not like something, but there's a really good approach to it, and there's a really bad approach to it. Think about that. Whatever it is you're doing, there's a good way to do it and there's a bad way to do it. But there is no wrong way. It's up to you to decide. Because now that we're right back to the first S, there's a special S that's near and dear to my heart. Starbucks. I feel sad, a 7th S, when I can't have it. So, 8th S, Starbucks is my fuel to success. And when I sorted out what kind of coffee I want, I standardized to Starbucks.